Hello, and it's 3v3 Super Turtle time on Glacial Ravine, which is the best Super Turtle map. Or is it? I don't know anymore. Well, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Right now, we're looking at our combo. It looks like we are double Arbiter Prophet. And who else would be the Prophet but me? And since I am the Prophet, I spawned in the middle. I could send my Prophet over to take the walls, since we are playing against 3 generals. Oh my god, what are we thinking? Look, they're going to the middle to pick up resources and everything. We're gonna die. Luckily, we have Scarab 3 Spada with us, and I'm also playing with Mitch, of course. And it's Glacial Ravine. The rule is to always Super Turtle, no matter what, no matter who you're playing against. It's the rule, which of course we've broken the rules recently, but up until a couple days ago, we have always followed that rule, and we've lost a few games because of it, but Glacial Ravine, we just don't get often enough to not Super Turtle on it. We gotta do it. And we're Triple Covenant too. That means we get to make a whole bunch of Scarabs and a whole bunch of Engineers. But unfortunately, the other team is also Double Covenant, which means they're also going to make a whole bunch of Scarabs and a whole bunch of Engineers. And that's really what it starts to come down to on this Glacial Ravine map here, is Scarabs walking over the walls and Engineers healing the Scarabs, and I don't know, that's, Mitch pointed something out like that earlier, and it started making me think, is this really the best Super Turtle map? Because, I mean, fighting Scarabs on the wall like that is just super annoying, because basically the only thing you can fight back with is either a Scarab of your own or air units. So it's not very fun to deal with, and it's just all game long, since anyone who plays on this map, you know, it's a DLC map. Anyone you play against on this map has invested extra money into Halo Wars, so you know they're going to be good enough to know that Scarabs can go up on that wall. But anyways, I digress. I'm ranting a little bit, and my Prophet is just trying to get veterancy off of this base here, and I don't even notice in the middle that the Teal Arbiter has taken the middle and is occupying the walls, and Mitch was yelling at me, I think, for not sending an honor guard up to the wall, but why would I want to put an honor guard in the wall? At least put a suicide grunt in it so it can shoot. I don't know. Okay, we are about 5 minutes into the game right now, and there's an Ancestral Prophet in the middle shooting at the honor guard that I put up there. In fact, it's already dead, so this Prophet is just going balls to the wall and getting his upgrades as fast as he can. Might even possibly be getting fed by the Forge, because, I mean, this Arbiter isn't as upgraded as the Prophet is, and I certainly ain't as upgraded. I just said ain't, and that isn't a word, I'm sorry. But I am queuing up my first Scarab, it looks like, so I guess it is totally plausible for him to have a flying Prophet already, but we have plenty of vampires to deal with this, Mitch and Scarab 3 Spada. Since I was getting the first Scarab out, they both took it upon themselves to get plenty of anti-air up, just in case these guys went double summit on us. Double summit, which would equal quadruple summit, which would just make your head explode. Now I'm going to get raged down, it looks like. That's not cool. Okay. Recall and go to the back of my base so he doesn't finish me off.
You're not gonna ride, or
yeah, so it looks like the Flying Prophet has been held off for now, and we're going to start occupying the middle with our Arbiters and our Vampires. As soon as my Scarab gets out, of course, he will help a lot too. Okay, so now my Scarab is out, and it is sitting in the middle, so now the Vampires are making sure that we can expand, and as soon as this base got Citadel, my shield isn't even up yet, but it does manage to go up, so that's good at least. But yeah, this Prophet shows up and a whole bunch of Vampires show up, so we are going to have to... Ooh, unfortunately it looks like Mitch does lose all of his Vampires there. That sucks. But Scarab 3 Spada bringing in the reinforcements, and he's going to chase these guys away. Hopefully. That is a flying prophet, and there are a lot of vampires here. And you do need to focus on the vampires, but you also need to make sure that at least one of them is shooting at that prophet. My Scarab's going to come up here and hopefully seal the deal. We don't need these guys taking out all of our vamps now. That would certainly be bad. Okay, so my Scarab is here and we should be able to hold this off now, but unfortunately we don't have a Scarab for the middle now, so hopefully one of my teammates will... It looks like Scarab 3 Spada will probably be making the next Scarab, because unfortunately Mitch is going to have to replace all of the vampires that got caught there. That's just too bad though. There's a lot of vampires in the Glacial Ravine turtles. I could just leave my Prophet here and he would be an adequate defense if another... I don't know, never mind. Prophet's not a real adequate defense for anything. Oh, and here come the tanks. I think those are canny tanks. I can't tell if those are power turret. I don't think they are. But they are in the middle, and they are going to try and start working their way through. They've taken us out of the wall, and since we don't have any easy way to put them back in the wall, I'm just going to get my Scarab the hell out of here before he gets surrounded and killed. Which he probably will get surrounded anyway, but at least this way I'll have an Arbiter. Oh, never mind. No Arbiter support. These are only canny tanks, so as long as I have enough engineers on my Scarab, I should be okay, especially since I have Prophet support and vampires to help. It looked like they were going to send their Banshees to try and take out my Scarab, but luckily the vampires were there to save the day. And my Scarab's going to take out all of these tanks, hopefully, and get
that's not so good.
even closer to his first star. He's well on his way.
More upgraded vamps than me, so...
I've been getting a lot of 3-star Scarabs lately. I remember when I used to think it was impossible to get 3-star Scarabs because they died so easy.
I'm upgrading mine
But
now.
as long as you have competent teammates who are paying attention to your units as well as their own and give you the heal with their engineers when they know that you need it most, your Scarabs should stay alive. I mean, you also have to be careful, of course. I'd say once it gets to about the health that my Scarab is at, if there are a bunch of more units around, I would definitely pull him out of there. And look, there's a star already. This game's barely even started, and I've got a 1-star Scarab. It's not even the first 30 minutes yet. So that's very nice. A very nice start to a Glacial Ravine turtle.
Billy, you are going to build vampire.
Tanks in the middle.
Okay, so now it's about 10 minutes later. I've got my base set up, and we've got 2 Scarabs in the middle now, and good thing, because we have Grizzlies. The Grizzlies approacheth.
Oh, that's a lot of Banshees.
Excuse me. And there are also a lot of Banshees showing up, and Banshees will kill your Scarabs faster than you can say Banshees will kill your Scarabs. So, as soon as you figure out which one they're shooting at, not only do you want to start retreating that Scarab, but you also want to get all of the engineers on it. Because all of the Banshees will keep following it, and they'll sacrifice into it. So, it's just something you gotta watch out for.
I can't get out.
Scarab 3 Spada is getting mad that he can't get his Arbiter out or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, he did. He raged into the middle of all that. But it looks like he's going to get away. They haven't started shooting at him yet. My Scarab is still alive and kicking, and as long as he is, you know, close enough to shoot at them, he's still useful, so it's not like I completely retreated him. And he's getting the healing treatment that he needs, so good job, Scarab. It does kind of look like Teal's vampires are overpowering us somehow. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but they are. But as soon as we are done blowing up all these vehicles, which we are now, we will turn and start working on the vampires. I need to make vampires of my own now. which
Nice.
I've
got
been
one
making
star.
engineers for my
The
Scarab and the
they just
Scarab, of
decimate
course.
anything, even if they have a lead, it's like they're not gonna be.
It does look like I've got a couple vampires of my own. Hey, and I got a 2-star Scarab now.
Thanks to the
2-star
stars,
Scarab
guys.
within the first 30 minutes of the game is not too shabby,
This is
if I
starring
do
in
say
Scarabs
so
at the
myself. Alright, let's see what they bring next. Oh, you see that? It's only a couple of Banshees, right? Oh, whenever you see a couple of Banshees
Well,
just sitting there, you can usually bet that there's
Yeah,
about
but
to
no,
be
I
a
don't think they
whole
think
lot
you know
more
they're there.
Banshees.
Yeah, I'm sending my
Or
stuff
in this
in.
case, vampires. So
Don't send you
they're going to
back to the
bring
dark,
all of their
on the
vampires
Scarab.
over here to help me, because this is a full pop of Banshees and a full pop of vampires and Banshees. Or just vampires and a couple
not done
Banshees.
for you,
I don't know.
Manson,
But it is a
yet.
lot of
No,
air, so
you're
we're going to
gonna
need
get
a lot of
slaughtered.
anti-air. I'm going to bring in my Prophet, which he is not
boy,
very
middle.
effective at
I hope
fighting
you
vampires
guys
yet,
both
even
send
though
your
I
scarabs
just
back too.
realized I'm not even flying yet.
Look at that.
And now, here comes the joint strike.
Keep
There are a
going, move
ton
your
of
Scarab back,
Wolverines
move
in the
your
middle,
two-star back, but-
and they are going to be
We can deal with
taking out our
Send your
engineers,
two-star engineers to
unfortunately.
deal with that.
I'm sending my Scarab back to go deal with
I'll come
that,
out with
but
my
he's
raging.
going to have to hurry up before too many engineers die.
I'm not doing anything.
So it does look like my base is going to be okay, because we just have
my
an
Scarab back, so it looks like
overpowering
we're
amount
winning
of
this battle now.
vampires. They
I'm gonna
really
go right
can't
as well.
out-vamp us when we have 3 Covenant. So that's good at least.
I should Scarab
And
looking.
now my Scarabs, since they did make Grizzlies, their canister shells do not do nearly as much damage to me
Good
as
idea.
they normally would, and my Scarab is just able to power through these guys.
Should be getting a
The
buff
rage
now,
bonus
because
is helping, of course, and here comes another Scarab to help.
My
These
base
guys
is
are just
under
running
attack, by the
scared,
way. Yeah.
doing as much scouting as they can while we still— oh my god, those
killed most of
Banshees
their stuff.
moved on to Mitch's base. And I don't think any of us were paying attention
Oh,
because
shit.
his
He
base
didn't
is
die,
dead.
that's for sure.
Damn it,
Not
don't—
good.
I hate it when that happens.
Oh god.
You think everything's under control and then
Yeah, that
nope,
was bad.
surprise,
I was right,
your
I
base
couldn't
is
see
dead. Come on,
They're
Mitch,
coming
it's
for me
usually
now,
your
are
base
they?
too. Come
Oh.
on, man, what are you doing? Just kidding. So now those Banshees are probably looking for his other base, and they're going to try and take him out of the game, I guess. Or no, it looks like they are going to just scout everywhere.
God. Right, Mr. Arbiter, why are you fighting? Oh my god, I'm losing my Arbiter now.
There's the Arbiters. Looks like one of them just
Oh, no.
died. That was Sarah
That's
3
me.
Spada that lost his Arbiter. But my Prophet is still here,
Oh, well,
holding
it's not
strong.
like he's gonna live for long anyway. They
If
always
you're
die at some
trying
point.
to keep an Arbiter alive, don't try to do anything heroic, you know? I mean, if you're red bar, get out of there and get healed. It's not worth it. There's no glory in losing your— oh my god, they pelicaned over to this
Engines over
corner!
here.
Looks like we're gonna have to bring all of our Scarabs and all of our vampires once again.
Get your
We're also
Scarab
gonna
out
have to
there.
get an engineer on that base so that it doesn't die.
I think
Stasis
they're gonna
over
die.
It looks like— oh, that must have been— yeah, that was a Scarab. And see what I mean? If your Scarab hits that 1/3 mark, it's not quite red bar, but still
Sacrifice.
green bar, that's when it's time to start running away. Because if Saro had left just a little bit earlier,
damn
his
it.
turrets would have been able to take those
Come on,
Banshees down,
guys.
and his Scarab would have
Let
been
me
just
help.
fine. But hey, Scarabs aren't the easiest units to use. They're slow, and they are slow. So just keep it in mind.
He's used his D-bomb now.
If your
that's
Scarab
right.
is getting just focus fired, you don't want to stay there very long because it will die. It looks like my Prophet is having a gay old time. I'm putting shielded honor guards in the wall, hoping that it'll keep our walls up just a
Kind
little
of
bit
gay.
longer.
I'm not gonna lie.
And poor Saro, he is so sad about losing his Scarab. Because, well, everyone makes mistakes. Alright, so I'm just now putting up a 3rd summit on my other base, and here they come with more vampires and more banshees. And wouldn't you know it, we have a whole bunch of vampires of our own in the middle here. and we just stasis everything, and our 2 Scarabs are gonna beam down everything. So Teal just gave us a whole bunch of points basically, but as you can see on the right side of the map, there's a whole bunch of purple stuff boosting over to Sero 3 Spada's main base. And he's gonna have to go back and defend that. Hopefully you notice that. It doesn't look like I noticed it in the game right now. It does look like he picked up on it though, and he's sending his vampires back. Our 3 Scarabs are more than capable of destroying all of these vehicles here. We do have the Arbiter Rage bonus, of course, too, which always helps. And these things didn't even stand a chance. They're dead before they even crack the armor.
Fuck off. Frick.
And Zero managed to save his base adequately without losing any buildings, I believe. And Mitch is going to go ahead and rage those things down. Always be careful when raging though, because you never know when you're going to just rage yourself into a huge army of, well, it is only one UNSC, so I guess that was the army of tanks that just got taken out there. So good job, Mitch. There are still Banshees boosting around, just trying to do as much damage as they can. That's why you usually want, you know, at least 1 shield on your base. Usually 2, because full pop of Banshees can do a lot of damage to your shield, and if you have 2 shields, they won't be able to get through it by the time your Vamps get there. 3 shields, you can even stall for time before you go back and defend yourself, but that's for when you get like 20,000 plus resources. Alright, so that was another failed attempt by our enemies. Will they ever break through the middle? Will I get a 3-star Scarab? Will I get a 3-star Prophet? How many more Scarabs will Sero 3 Spada lose? Find out next time in the Glacier Ravine Super Turtle with double Arbiter Prophet? What should I call that? I don't know. 2 Arbiters, 1 Prophet? I don't know. Okay, bye!